Over the past few decades, reproductive and developmental problems have become more and more common. One example would be male reproductive problems. Conditions that include undescended testicles and many birth defects that affect the reproductive capabilities of a male have doubled between 1970 and 1993. Environmental chemicals are strongly suspected to be contributing factors for this. But how much are you contributing to the destruction of the environment when you buy makeup? How much are the pollutants created in the process of producing makeup affecting your health? And what can you do about it? All of the time, companies are cashing in on one simple word, and that being natural. They put a few natural ingredients into their chemical soup products, and they think that makes the product natural, despite it being laden with other chemicals and toxic ingredients. So now, more companies are seeking out natural products, just so that they can put the word on their bottle, because the demand for natural ingredients has increased. This, of course, means that more farming and mining needs to occur. And this would be a good thing if it was done sustainably. But these companies want it in mass quantities, cheap and fast. So more pesticides are being put in the air and more human rights are exploited. Isn't that just cheery? They mine the minerals for natural ingredients and oil for petroleum-based products, which disrupts ecosystems and depletes non-renewable natural sources. So the benefit of buying 100% natural products from smaller companies means that the ingredients are sourced sustainably, meaning they do little to no damage to our environment. A lot of companies also claim to use organic ingredients, though the proportion of organic ingredients varies. In places like the UK, organic food sold must, by law, display a certification symbol or number, so that the product complies with minimum standards set by the government. But the same isn't true for beauty products. This symbol, the Soil Association Organic symbol, can be applied to beauty products which meet their standards. And these include using organic ingredients where available, and not using synthetic fragrances or colorings or certain chemicals. In June 2004, Environment California released a report which details chemicals found in consumer products and the potential health effects these products can have. Other reports released since then by the Environmental Working Group and Friends of the Air support Environment California's publication. According to all three of these reports, makeup, shampoo, skin lotion, nail polish, and just about every other personal care product you can think of contain chemical ingredients that lack safety data. But there's more to it than that. Some of these chemicals have been linked to male genital birth defects, decreased sperm counts, and altered pregnancy outcomes when studies were conducted on animals. However, there is no definitive evidence the same accounts for humans. But there's no denying that these chemicals are poisoning our planet. The chemical components of many products don't break down. And just as with plastic pollution, they accumulate in our ecosystems. Cosmetics and personal care products do most of their damage to the environment after they are washed down our sinks, because they find their way into our lakes, streams, rivers, and public water systems, much like with the fashion industry. Now, unfortunately, I can't pronounce some of these chemicals' names, so they will be in the video, but typed up. So let's take a brief look at the damage they all cause. This is a dangerous coal tar derived chemical and is most often found in dark hair colouring and lipsticks. And it has a long-term toxic effect on aquatic ecosystems. It diminishes the animal plankton population, alters fish behaviour, and causes death in a lot of aquatic species. Cosmetic preservatives, such as BHA and BHT, also alter behaviour and causes death in fish and shellfish, as well as causing genetic mutations in amphibians. These synthetic antioxidants are found in many lipsticks and moisturizers. Dioxane. This disruptive chemical contaminates many cosmetic ingredients during the manufacturing process. And the worst thing about it is that there are steps to remove these contaminants. But the methods are costly and time-consuming, so companies don't bother. It is found in cream-based cosmetics, shampoos, moisturizers, soaps, and bubble baths. And when it goes down the drain, and it is inevitably introduced into aquatic ecosystems, it alters the behavior of fish, their growth, and increases fish mortality. It also kills insects, alters the formation and population of plant plankton, and also causes behavior changes, population decline, and death in animal plankton. DBP. This is the chemical added to nail polish to keep the paint from becoming brittle. DBP is also used to make PVC pipe and is introduced into the environment when it is removed and then discarded, either down the drain or into the bin, and it accumulates in the environment and affects a wide variety of aquatic species. Again, this has been linked to altered behaviour and growth, but it's also been linked to altered biochemistry, genetics, and reproduction cycles of fish. And again, it's also known to cause genetic mutation in amphibians and population declines in both animal and plant plankton. This chemical is highly toxic to the environment and causes death to all organisms in the ecosystem. The list just goes on, and if I had time, I would include more. These chemicals are not just hazardous to aquatic life. All life on Earth is dependent on the water cycle. These chemicals have been introduced into aquatic ecosystems and evaporate along with the water and are then transferred to other areas through rain and cloud. Cosmetics-related chemicals have been found in rivers, oceans, streams, lakes, and public water supply, agricultural soil, and even household dust particles. Livestock is then exposed to these chemicals, and they can suffer reproductive, genetic, and developmental problems, as well as many different types of cancer. The cosmetic and personal care companies have the option of registering their products with different environmental protection agencies, like FDA registration and EPA registration, which are completely voluntary. But the presence of an EPA or FDA registration number on a product in no way assures that the product or packaging is environmentally friendly. The effects cosmetic chemicals have on the environment are far-reaching. So what can we, as the consumer, do to keep these toxins out of the environment? I mean, consumer demand has already led to some companies removing these chemicals from their products. So why not all? I hope you incorporate these tips into your daily lives so that we can all live in a happier, healthier world. And I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. I'll see all you beautiful eco-warriors in my next video.